Oh, Lord.
I forgot that. Yep. It's about to get crazy.
The kid is here.
Girl, look at you.
Yeah, y'all got this new hair. Hey, y'all.
Oh, first of all, didn't know we were live.
We live.
This is yours.
Oh, I didn't put the thing about the... I'm about to edit it on my phone. I'll edit it on my phone. Y'all gotta excuse our background. Demayak hasn't been here. Demayak is back. Demayak plays the video game. Demayak gets wild.
Hey, y'all.
Okay. Let y'all get in here. Get the pineapple out the way.
SpongeBob's house.
You sure? Yeah, because I just don't feel like moving it right now.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oops, sorry, guys.
Hey, y'all. How y'all doing today? Gotta get used to having hair on my head again. I'm used to that them braids. Turn this down.
That didn't work, y'all. I don't even know why I tried it that way.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go tell. We both is like, keep it down.
All right. Did I share it?
Thank you, Sydney.
Who are you talking to, Sid? Tell me.
She's talking. She said your sweater. Unless you, well, I mean, I guess it's a sweater. We
Either
don't
way,
know.
thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, guys. I'm tired, y'all. Excuse me for today.
All right.
And let me put my glasses.
Did we have a full screen before or something? Because was we able to see how many people was watching? It's something.
No.
Right.
So
it didn't show us that before.
We're here now, y'all.
Hey.
Hey, y'all. Because we can't figure this out right now.
Talking about they're going to yell again in like 5 minutes. It's just the mic.
It's out there. Yes,
it's
it's
just
just one. It's just him.
But yeah, he will. Okay. So it looks like we are started on time today. We got one more minute. We
don't see how I did just see it. I got you up in here, girl. I got you in the VIP section.
Somebody in the VIP section. Yes.
Teachers around us, y'all. How many teachers y'all got around y'all? Who y'all learning from? Because I know who I'm learning from. I'm learning from her. I'm learning from these kids. I'm learning from everybody. Mm-hmm. These people that I'm dating.
Yeah. Our parents.
Well, the people that I was dating.
Our siblings. Talking about the people that I was dating. Our co-workers.
Everybody.
There's a lesson to learn from everybody.
And every experience. Mm-hmm. Can't talk right now.
Talking about Niece, get on here.
Niece. Look, hold on. Sorry, y'all. Niece, we live. I gotta go.
We live, baby.
Oh, hi.
Okay, guys. So here we are. Episode 4 of the Wine&Grow Facebook Live show. We wine, we grow. When we grow, we wine.
I'm whining today. I'm tired.
So we are here to talk to y'all. This week we're going to be sharing our experiences, some lessons that we've learned through the years from people around us. So we're calling this teachers around us. What?
Girl, don't even.
What are you talking about?
Because I know what you're talking about.
Okay. Anyways, So I took the time to write down a couple lessons that I've learned from a few relationships. So that's friendships, coworkers, my parents, my child, my friends. I said that.
Yeah.
My family
Clearly,
in general.
we learning a lot from the friends because we're always around each other.
Yeah. Exes.
Relationships, period.
Yeah, relationships
and relationships that kind of go hand in hand.
Yeah. Okay.
So how you want to do this? You want to talk? Well, I can say one of the lessons that I've learned. One of those lessons that I've learned actually came from my children, my kids. I cannot raise my kids. The lesson that I've learned is you can't raise your children how your parents raised you. I got smacked in the face with that. Let's just say that. Because I think that me growing up, my mom was strict. I'm gonna keep it there. She was strict. And as strict as she was, is what I saw myself being. Mind you, I said I would not be like that because it was just certain things that I knew that I couldn't do as a kid, or that I knew that my mom wouldn't approve of. And I know what curiosity is as a child. And of course, I started seeing that play out in my adult life with my kids. And the way that I was disciplining them did not work. To a point where this is how I ended up summing it up. This is how I figured it out. To a point where your kids can sometimes feel like the way that you discipline them, that you don't love them.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then I didn't want them to fear me. If that definitely got to make sense to a lot of people, especially if you got kids. I don't want my children to fear me, and that's what it came to. So I had the lesson that I learned in that was that, again, like I said, you can't discipline your children or parent your children how your parents parented you. Because one, they were still learning anyway, because half the time they probably ain't getting the same thing. They probably getting the same thing they giving you.
Yeah.
So I switched up my parenting style. I wasn't yelling. I mean, like, me and my kids legit talk to each other, like, unless I'm in a mood. Mm-hmm. But I learned how to communicate with my kids because of the way that they react.
Yeah.
Which they take that way better than me always yelling or threatening them with whooping them or something.
So basically the way that you were taught is not always the best way.
Right.
Yeah. And sticking in that vein of lessons from children, I've learned that to always be there physically is not always to be present in the situation. I had to admit to myself that I was not always present with Demayak. I was there for him, yes, but I was not always invested in him and what he cared about and what he needed. I was just there, and it wasn't until these last couple of years that I just realized what it meant to really be present in his life, to actually listen to him, to actually get involved with the things that he loved, not kind of similar to what Sequoia said, not forcing things on him, actually just taking the time to really get to know him, not raising him the way I thought he should be raised or trying to make him to be somebody who I thought he should be. Y'all know my son just turned 13, so he has a lot of independence that I had when I was young. I had a lot of independence when I was young too. So, and I do that same thing with Demayak, but that was just the most valuable lesson that I learned in parenting. Is it's not always about just being there. Like, people like, always with my kids, always with your kids, but you can be in the room and your kids in their room. Like, are you actually spending time with your children? Are you really investing in them? Are you talking to them? Are you hearing what they want? Are you hearing what they have to say? Or are you just there in the same house with them? Like, actually spending time with them. That's something that I learned from my child. And then also piggying back off of something that you said, what I learned from my parents is just that people are can only treat you to the capacity that they've been taught, right? Mm-hmm. So my mother can only parent me to the capacity that she was taught to parent, to what she knows. And I always tell my siblings this, like, we had to realize, because my mother is a great grandmother, and I say she's not a great mother, but she's a better grandmother. Right. And if my mom is listening, like, I hope that didn't offend her, but that's just what we had to really just admit, like, and it's no shade, and there's nothing wrong with that, because I think she's a great grandmother, and I love the relationship that she has with her grandchildren, but we didn't have that same woman when we were kids. And even as a child, my older sister did not get the same mom that I had. My younger sister did not get the same mom that I had, because she was a different person at each level in her parents. And like, she grew, we grew. So you have to really kind of forgive people for what they don't know. And a lot of things that we hold on to is for lack of understanding. And when you really take the time to understand somebody and what they've been through and why they do the things that they do, you can forgive them more, you can understand, and you can grow a better relationship with them. So that's something. So that's just a combination of kind of what you said. Both of those lessons were tied into my son and my parents. So
yeah, I told somebody yesterday, the space that I'm in is the space of understanding. Help me understand. Yeah, that's all I want, because I just want to learn. I just need to know. Relationships, and I'm saying friendships or relationships. Your friendships need to be treated like they're your actual relationships. We need to nurture our friendships the same way we nurture our relationships.
Yeah, definitely.
I've learned that, and I learned that from this one.
Oh yeah,
she's needy.
We was about to break up.
She's needy, y'all.
We was about to break up.
She needs attention. It's okay.
I love love. I just want to feel it. I just love to be loved.
Yeah, me too. But I like to be alone too. So
I can't believe she just called me needy on air. Now all these people know I'm needy. Okay. Anyways, yeah. So you want to go more into detail about that?
In general, or as the example that I gave?
In general, just about friendships and investing in them, like relationships.
I mean, we all are needy. Well, we all have needs. We all expect certain things out of a relationship. So what we expect is what we should be given in return. And if we're not, of course, how can we expect something that we're not given? Look.
Because I'm like, because I just throw out my friendship lesson in there, because it kind of goes in with this, is just like to like basically allow people to show up in your life to their capacity. So if that's all you can give me, I'm just going, that's all I'm gonna let you give me. I'm not going to expect you to do more. I'm not going to ask you to do more, because I already know the type of person that you are. I know I can call you for this and that only. I'm not going to put all of this pressure on you to be this magnificent friend or person in my life, and I know you can't be that,
especially when you showed me that.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
So, yeah.
But just to talk more about your point, just like I was saying, like jokingly, like we almost broke up, but like that's real though. And I've had almost breakups with a few of my friends, you know, and I broke up with one of my closest friends, you know, early, like after college, and that really taught me really just to hold on, how important it is to really nurture your friendships, because everybody is growing. And if you really want the relationship to last, you have to learn to adjust, right? It's not just because, you have to find new things in common, just like in a relationship. You know, if you want the relationship to last, you have to learn to grow with that person. You know, we like this in the beginning, but now you like something different. Okay, so now let me see if I can really, you know, compromise and we do this together. Like that's the same thing in friendships, you know, like you're going to grow and you're going to make changes. But if that friendship is important to you, you will allow that relationship to also make its changes too, because we're all not the same people that we were when we were younger. You know, so you just have to find new things that you have in common. And that's what I've had to do continuously in my friendships, because I mean, and we joke about this a lot, but like I've had things in my life since 2008, like a lot of things, like tangible things, like, and that goes to say for a lot of my friends. And I've had a couple friends longer than that, but I really nurture things. I take care of things. So that's why I'm able to keep things for such a long amount of time, because I know how to take care of them. And I value my relationships the same way. Like I do not like to lose people. So I'm going to do what I can to keep that. And that's something that I've had to work on too personally, is and that's one of my other lessons too, is to not give with the expectation of being given to, right? Really learning to do things out of the kindness of my heart, and not expecting always a return, you know? So,
I don't hold on to people, y'all. That's a lesson that I had to learn, not to hold on to people. I'm letting people go left and right. And I don't think twice about it. I don't care. I don't care, because listen, some people are only here for a season. Stop trying to hold on to these people that don't need to be in your life because they ain't doing nothing but holding you back.
Yeah.
You holding yourself back and they holding you back. And that's just that. So I'm letting people go. And I'm not looking back. Yeah. Sorry. Not sorry.
Right. Which goes to another lesson. Like, relationships are deeper than love. And that goes for romantic relationships and friendships. You know, like, and I say, you know, like I was saying, like I love, you know, I love to hold on to people and I try my best. But at some point you get to a realization like, okay, you know, there's just nothing here. And love is just not enough to keep this. You know, like there's the chemistry, there's the partnership, like how will you work together? Like if you can have fun together, like those type of things matter. And some people hold on to relationships just because it's a good look. They work well, they partners, and you know, like, but that's not cool. You know, like happiness over everything. Everything on purpose. You know, like, so like that's what I've learned from a lot of relationships. It's just happiness over everything. You know, if it's not making me happy, if it's not serving me like in my soul and my heart, then I don't need it.
If it ain't making me happy, it don't make sense.
If it don't make sense, like what you got it for? If it's not making you happy, yeah,
that's crazy. She writes stuff down. I don't, because in the coming time we're doing it. So.
Right. Oh, I didn't even see all these right here. I'm sorry, y'all. Huh? Yes, girl. I don't know what you said. Yes, stuff is on here. Meeting them where they are. Yes.
But so I'm gonna read this out loud. But you can't be the only person that wants it to work. I can understand growth and changes in life, but if the friendship is genuine, then it should last.
Yeah. Right. And that's basically what I was saying.
Yeah.
Is that, you know, you're gonna grow, you're gonna change. But if that relationship really meant something to you, if it was important, you have to find other ways to mend that, to mold it, and to make it work for you.
It's time to get uncomfortable, then, Leanne. So she said it's a comfort thing. Not everybody is comfortable with change. It's time to get uncomfortable. It's time to get out of the comfort zone. That's why you at where you at.
And
it don't matter if you're in your friendship, your relationship, your life, period. Get out of your comfort zone.
True happiness is on the other side of comfort. That's when actually things actually manifest in your life, is when you take that chance, you take that leap of faith. Like, and this is the conversation I was just having with my mama. We ain't gonna put all the business out there, but just being willing to just take a chance. I was just watching Love is Blind, and she was just talking about, this is my first time watching it, but it's really good. And she was just talking about how she fell in love like so instantly in like a couple days, and she was like, it's like jumping out of a plane. She was like, you scared as hell. She's like, but it feels amazing. That adrenaline rush. Like that's when you step out of that comfort zone. You're scared. But that new thing is going to feel amazing. So get out of that comfort zone. Being engaged with them is a major key. Yeah, that's back to another lesson. Yeah, definitely. Thank you for that comment, Mr. Bowie. Another lesson a lesson I learned from my coworkers, and I'm just gonna say coworkers because I'm just keep it general, but to don't chase perfection. Don't chase perfection. We're all flawed. We're never going to reach perfection, and you really just studying your own growth, like trying to wait for things to get perfect to do anything in your life. Like, and that was something that I fought with for a while. Especially when I was in my religious bout of just trying to do right, not do wrong, do this, do that, you know, and I was terribly, what is the word I'm looking for?
I always had a word, but I don't know.
Yeah, like, I know, right? Like, I mean, I was, oh my God, what's the word I'm looking for? But I was basically, it was a terrible time in my life. It was just a terrible time. Like
shambles?
No. But I was just not happy at all because I was trying so hard to be good. You know, like perfection is not attainable.
Didn't have joy. Remember that?
Yes. Remember that?
I didn't have joy.
I did not have joy in my life.
It's so funny because I said the same thing to you.
Though. Yeah, and she saw that. Like, and it's crazy. Like, this is why I say when you got to nurture relationships and stuff, because when we almost broke up, but we're so close that she's able to notice things about me when I don't. You know, and that's why it's important for us, like maintaining our friendship, because we've grown together a lot, you know, so it's important. But like when I was in that stage, in that season of my life, like Sequoia had pointed that out to me. She like it's like you're not really happy, and you can feel that when you step into a room. And I'm like, what? Because I'm walking around and I'm acting like everything good, but really I was really unhappy in the inside. And my friend could tell that. Like, and they was like, we don't even really invite you nowhere no more because like your energy is off. Like I was just not the same Kenyatta, and it was terrible. I was in turmoil. Maybe that's the word I was looking for.
Same thing.
Just turmoil.
She was going down on the inside, y'all.
I'm going down.
You wasn't going that far.
Yeah, no.
What I got? Don't lose yourself in somebody, and don't lose yourself to don't ever lose yourself for somebody else.
Oh yeah.
I talked about this in the last one because I definitely did, but that was all on me.
Mm-hmm.
That was all on me but that also let me know what my toxic trait is. So because of the type of person that I am, and I want to see other people happy, I forget about myself. So I continue to do more to make them happy, and like I said, forget about my entire happiness, forget about me altogether, and it's happened more than once.
That goes back to our second episode.
Yeah, that's what I said this before, but it's a deep
I am
thing.
Not a sacrifice. Yeah,
it's a deep thing because it can take you to some places.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lesson. Do not lose yourself for somebody else.
Yeah,
trying to please somebody else.
Yeah, and let me see what I got to go off of that. Ooh, this is a good one. This is a good lesson right here. Avoidance does not equate to letting go, right? I had a habit of trying to stay away from a particular person. I did everything to not end up in the same place as that person. But I was, and I was saying that I was over the situation. I was moving on. I forgave. I let go. But when in your mind, all you want to do is avoid somebody, that's a clear sign that you're not over it. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't until I spoke with that person that I was truly able to accept that, and then I was then able to let it go. Like that's a lesson right there. So if there's anything out there that y'all are avoiding, thinking that you let go of it, any person, any situation, and you feeling like you're over it, you done with that stage or whatever, you ain't got to say nothing, that's not healthy. Avoidance is not healthy. Even if you don't get a chance to speak to that person, you need to face that. You need to face that situation the best way that you can so that you can truly heal. Because avoiding it is not helping. Not at all.
That's I had the thought in my head and lost it, but I had something to go along with that.
Yeah, I said that one. Hurt people. Learned that. Like in that and I mentioned that a little bit in the second episode too, of just when I was in a situation of whatever. We ain't gonna go back to the second episode. That happened. But anyways, hurt people. So you have to heal from your trauma because you will bleed on the next person, right? So and again, these are lessons that we learn from other people, although this is something that I've done too. Like I've bled on people. I've hurt people. And after me not healing and taking the time to cater, to take care of my needs.
I thought about you as soon as she said that.
Somebody start talking about me. But I was in a situation, and there are a couple situations, right, where I had to accept that. Like these people are hurting, but that also helped me to forgive them, right, and to understand them better because I knew that they had been through something. Now I'm not gonna stay with you because you need to get yourself together. But I understand. I'm not going to hate you for a mistake that you made out of a place that you were not even sure of, So take your time to heal, y'all. Like, take care of yourself because, again, you will bleed on the next person. Like, you cannot just move willy-nilly and thinking that it's okay and then expecting that person to just make you whole again. It's not going to happen. And I can go really deep, because I don't know. I ain't gonna say that.
That's a whole different video.
But like there's things that happen to people, right? People who abuse people, they may have been abused, right? So that's why I'm not so quick to judge people in their situations either, because you don't know what that person went through to make them turn. And now I'm not let me make this clear. I am not negating or excusing anybody's behavior, right? But you need to really get help if you are a person that is maybe hurting people, and you maybe you're not aware of why you're hurting people, or you're doing it and you don't even care. Like, there is something going on. There is something that happened that you're hiding. There's something you need to get over so that you can stop hurting people. And if you know somebody who was out here hurting people, it's deeper. It's deeper than the surface. It's always something deeper. You know, people who molest people, been molested. People who beat people, I said, been beat. Like, it's just, it's yes. Yeah. Like, it happens. It's real. You know, so get help. Get help, y'all.
Avoiding things. It made me think about closure. You don't have to always seek closure from the other person. You have to also end up finding, if you can't get it from the other person, you need to find it within yourself if you're not going to speak to them. That's just the same thing. It's figuring out how to heal yourself, how to heal from the situation that you've come out of. I did think about that, which I had to do that before myself plenty of times. Boy, when you really think about all the things that you've been through, I'd have been through some stuff, y'all.
Yeah.
I'd have been through some stuff.
Yeah, who was that? Somebody shared a post. I think that was Keisha. And she was like, you know, like, when you look over all the things you've been through and you kind of get like sick for it. Like, and I'm like, I laugh. Like, I can't believe some of the stuff that I put up with. Like, and then I, you know, you definitely get emotional. Like, you look, you know, they say in church, when I look back over my life and all the things he brought me through, my soul cries out, hallelujah, because God is good, you know, like, and I just thank you for loving me when I was still yet a sinner, you know, like, so, yeah. Another lesson that I've learned, and I think this is my last one, you will get another chance at love, right? Like, some people like to believe that there's like one person out there for them. Some people get hurt and they don't want to love again, but it'll come again. Like, don't be so closed off. Like, I would, after trying love so many different times, and I gave up on dating. I'm like, I'm not doing it. I was just like, and then like then somebody would try to date me, and I would basically push them away unintentionally. I was just not receptive. So like, I had to start praying for God to help open up my heart again, to help me to receive love, to help me to love, because I knew that wasn't healthy. Like, to not even have hope. Like, it was just sad. And I've seen people, you know, who's been hurt and who's going through traumatic breakups, and they've fallen in love, and it's happened so fast. And, you know, and on the outside looking in, you may think, oh, like, that's just unhealthy, you know, like, why did they move so fast? But when love is love, it happens like that.
Yeah. It's not a time
uncontrollable.
Limit on it. Yeah.
It's, you know, you just move, you know.
That's why I don't question nobody. How long was they together? They didn't got together this fast. That is none of my business, because I don't know their situation.
Yeah.
Because ain't no time on nothing.
Yeah.
Ain't no time on nothing. When you know, you know.
Yeah. So there is still a chance out there for those of you who are looking for love. Love will find you at its appointed time. Just don't give up on it. Just like we said earlier, just heal yourself. Take some time for yourself. Another lesson, right? Self-care is important.
Very.
Self-care is, you are your own worst enemy. You know, like, you could be your own worst enemy at times when you don't take care of yourself.
Man.
Yeah.
You will self-destruct.
Mm-hmm. Definitely learned that one.
That's a major key. Okay.
You will. Self-sabotaging is real. It's real.
Forgiveness for you.
Forgiveness. Like, forgiving yourself. That's what you mean? Like, forgiving ourselves. Y'all got any comments so far? Any more comments on some of the things that we talked about? Some of the lessons that we shared? Anything y'all want to add? We got a couple minutes left. Thanks for the comments so far. It's great. Look, we waited. Like, here comes the kid. No, he went to bed.
He's right here.
Oh, you're live, Demayak.
I knew it.
Okay, I think that was all of mine.
Girl, all of mine came in my head.
Mm-hmm.
We done got them all out.
Because the thing, when I be like laying in bed, and I was so drained yesterday.
That's different for everybody. Self-care looks different for everybody, friend. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I was just saying that it popped up. All of this stuff popped in my head before I went to sleep, so I just put them in my notepad.
Oh, so you
like I be ready. I be sleeping, and then all this stuff just come in my mouth. I have to write it down while it's fresh. Not forgiving the next person for your own good. No, forgiving the next person for your own good. Okay. Oh, okay. Got it. So forgiveness and why it's good for you.
Okay.
Type of thing. I think that might be a topic. Do we have a topic on self-care? If not, we can
self-love.
So we have a self-love?
I think.
No, we don't.
Finished is real. But I'm out here saying topics, but I'm
but we can add. We'll add self-care to the list, Corinne, because we are now coming to the end of the show. We can. What are we talking about next?
Unlearning negative patterns.
Next week, we can put self-love in there. I don't know.
Unlearning negative.
No. Okay. Next week, we are talking about the return of the ex. Next week, we got to discuss that, what that looking like again, because I kind of don't remember.
I don't remember either.
What that was about, but
this how y'all know this all came from conversation, because now we're going to talk about it again in order to know what.
What was the point of this one? So that's what we're talking about next week.
That is very true.
Masturbation is a form of self-care. It is. Yeah, and we do we talk about that?
We talk about sexual truth.
We have sexual truth as a topic, so we'll get more into that. He just trying to get Korean with self-care, but like Sequoia said, it's different for everybody. You know, self-care and what it looks like. Like self-care for me this morning was I had an urge to get up and go outside to go sit by the water, and I did it. That was self-care this morning. I sat by the water, did my yoga, my meditation, and I took a quick run. Yeah. So
I was trying to wait till it got warmer until this quarantine was over, but Mama got to get outside. So that's what I was doing too for self-care. Meditating by the water is just so peaceful in the park. And or like I was getting a room by myself.
Yeah.
Just spending the weekend in a room, not the full weekend, probably just a night, but it was still like I was literally taking myself out.
So we can sum up self-care. It would just be something that you do for you.
Yeah.
Something that matters to you, something that makes you feel good, that does not involve other people. It could,
all about you.
Well, it could involve other people, but it doesn't want to be a task for you if it involves other people. So you don't want to self-care with your kids because you're going to have to take care of your kids. But maybe you self-care by going out. And then a lot of people are there, but it's people that you don't really know. Like that can be self-care for you. You know, right. Taking yourself out. That can be self-care. Demike, really?
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. So everybody that's
he going back to his daddy. He going back to his daddy.
I mean, they can
yellow everybody.
He's going back. He's going back to Rockford.
What?
Remember I told y'all I missed him? It changed.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. We're gonna end this show now. So we will see y'all back here next week, same time, same place. Our house, your house. We whining, we growing, we whining.
Y'all see, she always say that about herself. It's never in unison.
I don't know why.
I don't never know what she gonna say. So I'm never prepared.
Next week we gonna say something together. You gonna be ready? We gonna practice before we go on.
When we practice, y'all know we gonna mess up, okay? Because neither one of us can talk real words. So we gonna mess up.
He's so just tragic. It's tragic. All right, y'all.
What am I doing?
Peace.
I'm minding my own business.
Are you though?